Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Where are we? That's what you're wondering. Well, this is the road that Hinks. She's stolen my English. She's sitting next to me and she's immediately stolen my English.
Hello, everybody. Now it's a chance. How nice to see you again and again.
It's not
And of course, when he can't pronounce his English, it's always my fault.
It is. You're always stealing my English, Kissonerga. Anyway, this is the road that links the Paphos Harbour to the Paphos Kings Avenue Mall roundabout. Why is it called the Kings Avenue Mall roundabout? Because the Kings Avenue Mall is situated on it. So if you want to go to a special place to do some shopping, like Mr. Paul, who just happens to be checked into the Alexander the Great Hotel, who's hiring a car. So he's going to come out of his hotel, he's going to take a right, he's going to follow the road for about a mile, uphill a little bit, and he's going to come to the Cato roundabout, and at roundabout he's going to take a left, and he's going to follow the road for about a mile, and then on his right hand side will be that silver domed building there known as the Paphos Mall, or Kings Avenue Mall to give its correct title. Where are we now? Well, we turned on to the Kings Avenue Road, so that's what this one is here now. We just went past the Roman Hotel, which unfortunately is experiencing a little bit of difficulties, but hopefully it will come back singing and dancing very soon. Now, you've heard us mention a karaoke bar along here, and some superstars like to hang out in there, and it's coming up very soon indeed. There it is, Thomas's Jungle Pub. There it is, open all day, by the way, until very late. You can go for a drink, a coffee, a soft drink, a hard drink, a snack, a breakfast, or of course at night you can karaoke the night away. Receiving?
That karaoke bar.
It's not a bank.
All I think about the banks, I think now. That karaoke bar was was having a very good atmosphere over there, as I already mentioned before, and so friendly atmosphere, so good relations in between people. I did enjoy it.
It was a great place to go, wasn't it? So whether you are a local, or whether you're on holiday, or whether you're a tourist, that could be the perfect place for you to go. And there's plenty of hotels in this area. You've got the King's Hotel just over there on the right hand side. That's owned by Mr. Harris and Miss Nadia, who happen to own the King's Restaurant down at the entrance to the Paphos Harbour as well. We may as well let this young lady out. Is she even going to look at us? Probably not, because she's playing with something and she hasn't got a seatbelt on, but never mind, that's the rant over. This is a problem when you're driving around in the world, not just in Paphos. We understand that. Most people are focused on other things rather than driving. So please, when you're in Paphos, please be extra careful when you are on the roads, whether you're driving, whether you're on a scooter, push bike, or whether you're walking. And when you come to these things that go to red, just because they're on red, it doesn't mean that we're going to stop. And I include myself in that one as well. Receiving?
And I remember on one of the streets we were having a dinner and lunch with Mr.
John and Miss... Ah, yes. Well,
John.
We had dinner over the road at the Three Pigs with Miss Louise and Mr. John of the Barn Hall.
Yes,
fame.
but we were four
Dave
pigs.
Jono. Three pigs. But we were four pigs. Yes, that's right. That was Louise's joke, wasn't it? 4 pigs, yes. We were like 4 little oinky pigs as we stuffed our faces.
And
in
Dave
the Three
Jono
Pigs.
was one day we had a dinner on
In
one
the
of
Ocean
the
restaurant, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah. And he said it was very nice restaurant indeed, and he fell in love with something that wasn't on the menu, didn't he? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Yes. But we'll keep quiet about that one, Dave. We understand that, well, it wasn't the octopus, that's for sure. We've just come over the roundabout that would have allowed you to gone into the Tomb of the Kings archaeological site. Maybe she was a mermaid. Maybe she was, yes, maybe she was. Venus Beach Hotel is coming up on our left hand side. 5-star luxury beach hotel. We have stormed that once in the past, so pop Venus Beach Hotel, Marika and me into the YouTube search bar and up it will come. As you can see, this road surface doesn't seem too bad, but the manholes which are just in that perfect location for the front wheel to hit if you understand me, are set incorrectly, hence the jolt. Anyway, that's enough of a rant. The road surfaces in Paphos and around the world are completely and utterly Sherlock Holmes, perhaps even as bad as Chasorian English, although I know I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. You see, Billy?
Chasorian English, what do you mean?
He was an English author, so we had Charles Dickens, we had William Shakespeare, and then before their tender we had a guy called Chaucer, and his name was William as well, and he wrote in, well, colloquial English, but he was a very talented man, but most people can't get their tongues around his English.
All right.
Yeah. He was around in the time when, shall we say, names such as Cockermouth were invented for towns.
I cannot, my tongue will not be strong enough to go around.
Well, I'll get you a book one of these days. I think it's up there with the Norfolk dialect, and of course that's it, you just pull out straight in front of me, why not, with no seatbelt on either. There we are. As you can see, there's horrendous driving today. It's that kind of day, midday, and everyone's thinking about lunch or that kind of thing, and whizzing around, and well, what can I say, someone hasn't got a seatbelt on, hasn't even got respect for himself, has he? So there we go. Receive it.
Andre and Matt presented me the tea towel, which is the words said by dialect of Suffolk.
Norfolk, yes, right.
Oh, sorry.
There we are, yes,
Norfolk.
there we are. See, very, very complicated for someone whose mother language is not actually English to get their tongues around some of these, well, words, town names and those kind of
And
things.
I'm planning to start reading those very words, the dialect of Norfolk.
Yes. In fact, Miss Andrea bought a nice little book, and it is the dialect of Norfolk. There's a man who's much cleverer than us. You see, he's undertaken everyone, and here comes another one. As I said, the drive-in in downtown Paphos today is, well, to say at best, absolutely atrocious. There you go, there's another idiot, as we can see, and there's another one trying to come down my inside. So if you do hire a car when you're in Paphos, please bear in mind that if you thought there was a lot of idiots in your home country, there's even more of them in downtown Paphos. And well, they're all far, 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 far more cleverer than you could ever be. So this is the road, the main road from Paphos towards the Coral Bay area. So you're going to go from Paphos through Tomb of the Kings area to the Chlorica area to the Kissonerga area, and then on to Paya. And then you've got Paya, which will be on your right hand side. You've got Coral Bay, which will be on the lower side of Paya on your left. And if you keep going, you would go to first Sea Caves and then to Argus St George, or St George's area. And if you keep going after that, you're going to go off-road and you're going to go into the Camas. Let's see what Grassini's got to say about this driving.
You know, yes, I totally agree with you. When people overtaking somebody, no navigation lights, not some danger lights, nothing whatsoever. And yes, you have to be very, very careful how the people drive around you, really.
Unfortunately, we live in a world where everyone believes they're cleverer than everyone else, and everyone's in this big rush, and more often than not they then overtake you, undertake you, wherever they do, and then they stop at the next kiosk. So you ponder, you know, what's going on in the world. I tend to drive quite slowly, and I do think I drive quite safely. I understand that now and again I go through the red lights, as people understand, but that's common practice in Cyprus when they've just changed. So please forgive me for that, because I understand that there's a gentleman sitting on a special sofa. We've got Dame Anne, who's in charge of pretty much everything on the sofa, and then sitting next to her is our lawyer, the superstar known as Anastar. So she's going to get me off. But even before it gets to the law courts, I know there's a Viking. He's got a lot of power, and he knows a lot of people. So that's the Viking Ronnie, and of course on the other arm of that sofa is the superintendent, the commissioner of all of the police in the world, the retired police officer all the way up from in Scotland, and of course his name is Mr. Ronnie Miller. Superstars amongst superstars. And these are some of the people that are funding the channel. We've got Daniel Mahoney, big shout out to you, Daniel. Thank you very, very much indeed. Rachel and Gavin, who accosted us by the wood kiosk off camera. We had a great chat with themselves, and they're all the way from Buxton, which I think is Derbyshire way, isn't it? About an hour from Manchester. We had a great chat with them, and they're here for their wedding anniversary, and we wish them a great holiday, and hopefully we'll bump into them again. On top of that, we've got Dawn and Sean. They're the people we like to give the weather forecast. They're from Derbyshire as well, and hopefully the little cat called Miss Daisy and the dog called Bobo is tuned up, or perhaps not, probably watching Netflix, that's for sure, along with Coco.
They were both very nice, you know, but of course I like more dogs than the cats. So
well, we get you doggy later, won't we?
I like dogs.
Yes, you do. Right. Beautiful view, and as you can see, the sky is blue. That sea, I promise you, is blue. Mr. Paul is dressed head to toe in blue. So
all is missing is you. So get yourself on a big bird or a canoe and start paddling like crazy. That's because we all are crazily waiting just for you.
We are indeed on a spectacular day in downtown Paphos, and I'm going to say thanks for watching. And of course, if you do like what you see, why not hit the like, click subscribe, and perhaps come back for that little bit more of our complete and utter insanity. And if you want to watch the channel grow, why not go through to our About page, where you could consider to hit the Buy Me a Coffee icon once or twice. Very much appreciated. Let's get the big goodbye from the most beautiful woman in the world.
I would like to tell you many thanks for coming again and again, and I would like to tell you how much we love you, and please don't forget to come and see another of our madnesses. Loving you from the bottom of our two hearts.
Thanks for watching. We're going to let the video fade out. We are in downtown Kissonerga. There's shop after shop, cafe after cafe. If you want your car detailed, there's a car detailer. There's an English butcher, there's Paphos computers, and on top of all that, possibly the greatest coffee shop in downtown Kissonerga, the Rafe Cafe, just over here on the left hand side. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.